Okay, here is my Playchoice 10 single and dual monitor adapter to Jamma, and it has the an audio amplifier here, volume control. It has a video inversion circuit here, and these pots here are to adjust the color brightness. Right now it's hooked up to a Playchoice 10 dual monitor. So I've got the little connector here. Of course it connects there. And then this section here are the gun connectors. Now this is the NES Zapper. This connector here is for like a standard hap controls optical gun that you'd find in commercial arcades. And then these two connectors go to the Nintendo original gun. Now I've got Wild Gunman up. Now because the Playchoice 10 Dual has two monitors, I have to use this switch right here to swap between my screens. And so I'm going to select Wild Gunman. Now I need to switch to the lower monitor. First I'm going to use the original Nintendo gun. Okay. Let's see if we can. Oh, whoops. All right. Okay, so now I'm going to switch to the hap controls gun. Okay. And now I'm going to switch to the NES Zapper gun. So all three guns work. Now the reason why the Zapper works is the Zapper has an output signal opposite of all the other guns. But I've got a little tiny circuitry right in there that converts the Zapper, inverts its signal so it'll work. Okay, so now I'm going to switch to a single monitor game. So that unplugs. And let's see here. So here's my single monitor one. Now this is going to plug in just like so. Don't need that. Okay, I'm going to turn it on. Okay, I'm going to coin it up. Now I made this adapter so that when I push player start 1, it'll cycle through the games. And then when I push player 2, it'll start the game. Alright, and again I'm going to use the NES gun first. Or the Playchoice 10 gun first, excuse me. Okay. Hap control guns is next. Oh, got it. Okay. And now the Zapper. So the guns work on both systems. And the guns will also work on the NES, or not the NES, the Versus boards. And so also the Playchoice 10 single monitor has, you can do a reset one of two ways. You can either have a dedicated reset button that whenever you push the button it resets, or the other style is when you push channel select and enter will also reset. So mine is set up this way. So I push those and it brings me back to the menu. And then play Mario here. So I'll push both of them again, and it brings me back to the main menu. And then I also set up, now the Playchoice 10 Dual does not have the ability to reset when you push channel select and enter, but I added that feature on this adapter. So I was trying to keep everything with just 2 buttons, 2 joysticks, start 1, start 2, and have everything work. And so so that's where I'm at now. And so anyhow, the adapter has a separate power plug for the audio amplifier. You don't have to have that. You can move this jumper over to here, and that'll make the power from the Jamma connector power the audio amplifier. But when you do that, it causes what's called a ground bounce, and the ground bounce makes the video surge or bounce. The louder the volume gets, the worse it gets. So if you isolate the power for the audio amp, then you won't have that problem. And so, anyways, I don't know if you saw this, but on my NES, this little pigtail harness comes out of an NES, and so I've got this set up to where all you have to do is plug that pigtail onto the little connector there, and then you're good to go. And then last but not least, the timer. The timer normally has a bunch of wires, and there's no point in having the timer stuck on the adapter. But you can have the timer. I just plugged it in there. Normally this would mount up, near the monitor. And so here's the timer. Oops. So the timer, is counting down now that we're into a game. And so the timer works, and then the last feature is, I'll take this off, over here. Now the Versus board, on one side I've got Mario, and the other on the main side I've got Excitebike. The Versus, the plugins are upside down, just the opposite from the Playchoice 10. So plug this in real quick. Okay. All right. So turn it on. Turn that down. Okay. So here's Excitebike. which is on the main side of the board. Okay. And then if I switch my monitor, then I've got Super Mario. Oh, I gotta switch my buttons here. Okay. The colors need to be adjusted on this one. But, so, there you go. So it plays both the main and the sub sides of a Versus board. And there you have it. That is my mother of all adapters for the Playchoice 10 and the Versus system. Hope you enjoyed it.